Hi, this is Ray again. I just wanted to take a few minutes and show you under the hood of the T24 Mentor. So let's take a look under the hood of what we've done. Here's the T24. We've got it all balanced right at this point. It's perfectly balanced. And let's take a look under the hood real quick. Gotta kind of jiggle the hatch off. Let's take a look at under the hood here. What do we got? So what we've done is we've taken out the stock. It comes with a stock DX6 receiver. What I've done is I've taken out the stock and we've switched it out to the DX8 AR800 or 8000, excuse me. And it has telemetry, and that telemetry is right there. So we come out of the data port and go into the battery bind port. That's how we get the data to transmit, basically. This also powers the what do you call this dumb thing? The data transmitter or whatever, the telemetry device here. And also, just a little quick thing, if you want to bind this, you have this all hooked up through your battery bind port where you would normally bind your receiver to your transmitter. What you do is on the side right here, see if I can see it, show it. But anyway, there's a little button right under my thumb. You have to stick like a screwdriver inside there and hold that down while you power on the unit over here. While you power that on, and then that'll go into the binding sequence of the DX8. So we've also, looks kind of a mess in here, but I've transfer the receiver from here. It comes to you factory installed up underneath, right straight on the other side of this, under here, and I've moved it over here so I have better access to stuff, hookups and things like that. And what we've got is we've got into this, it's a temperature and the battery. This will tell me I've got a temperature unit set up onto this, as well as the battery voltage. And what we've done here is I purchased a when you buy the Spectrum DX8 with the telemetry, it comes with a little wire that you would have to solder in, and I just opted to purchase the pre-soldered put together unit so that I didn't have to solder it in, but this wire would solder into your power lead. I just created this adapter unit and put that in. The plane comes with banana plugs, and I've opted to switch out to Dean's connectors here because that's what this comes with, and I just like them. They're really tight. This looks a little loose. I'll tighten it up. And then I also switched out to a LiPo blue 3S. Let's just pop this out. I've got it set, but I can reset it, not a big deal. So I'll open this up so you can see it. But as you can see here, we've went to a 3S 400 milliamp 30C battery. And that black line I got was my previous balance point with the DX6 receiver and stuff, no telemetry. But then I added some extra weight, so I had to change my balancing point back, actually closer to the nose a little bit, because where I had it here, it was putting too much tail heavy. So I had to slide it up into this area somewhere. So that's kind of under the hood. Banana connectors that come on this battery. So I just made a little adapter to switch out to go to the Dean's connector and all these adapt to this, adapt to that, blah blah blah. But anyway, I also went ahead and ordered the big giant standard servo and put in for the flaps, so I got operational flaps now. But if you do that, you will have to trim the servo horn down in there. You'll have to trim the leftover side that's not being used. You'll have to trim it off with the hub, and then this servo here is your rudder, and you will need to trim some of it back so that when it swings to your left, it will clear that servo, because it's really tight down in there. So you'll have to do a little trimming and sanding on those servo horns there, so that everything will move freely without binding and catching. Okay. The telemetry antenna, I've strung it back in here and taped it up underneath. So, and it also, the DXA AR8000 here also has the satellite receiver, which I've pretty much put right back in the original place of the one that comes stock, and it's up underneath there. So anyway, that's under the hood of the T34 Mentor progressive trainer. And all right, so she's ready. As soon as I recheck the balance and put that battery in solid, she'll be ready to fly again. Okay, now while I've got you, one other thing, I opted to purchase some spare props, because what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to probably go on an angle on a landing, whatever, grab a wingtip, do a cartwheel. You're going to hit this prop. These are pretty tough, flexible props, but you'll probably break one. So, and I've already broke props, so I opted to get some spare props. So let's, on our next video, we're going to go through balancing, getting those props ready for use. We need to balance the prop just like you got to balance a plane. You don't have to, but it's better. Props are very seldom perfectly balanced right out of the package. So in our next video, we'll go through a little balancing of the props for this baby right out of the package. We'll take a look at them, see what kind of balance they got right out of the package, and balance them and get them ready for use. Okay, thanks.